be talking about. But all in all, we did see a challenge that came through from the game that was ongoing between Arua Hill Sports Club and the team of Gaddafi. I did say a lot of things about it. Yesterday we had depth analysis about this, but of course we're going to be having the post-match of course analysis that will also be coming right here ahead of the games that are right there. And what about the games that have also been played or that will be played right there in the Star Times Uganda Premier League? And now with all that, my name is Owen Ezaga, and of course joining me in the studio is Benson Pastore, that we shall be discussing a lot of things with. I know you're glued to Westnile Television, but keep it right there. Now of course tomorrow is also another big session where of course all the stakeholders in the regional league will be gathering up at Koboko, and they will be having a meeting to discuss of course the fate and the future and what exactly will be having in there into the regional league. Remember, Westnile TV is the official partner of the Westnile region that will be giving you all these games live on the screen wherever you will be catching right there. So tomorrow all the partners are representing, including Westnile Television, that will also be right there at Koboko to represent and give parts of what exactly will be discussed through right there. So back to you, that is Benson. How are you?
I'm okay. You are welcome. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, the viewer. You have already given some of the highlights of what we are going to give to the viewers. There is one big tournament which is happening within the city of Arua. It's all about the personal ball games that are taking place at Salim Saleh Playground, and you have already given how things have started going in the Star Times Uganda Premier League. Some of the games that are coming today, plus they also match day 4 and match day 5 of FIFA Big League. Yesterday we talked at length about them, and still will be giving discussions about them, not forgetting about the European leagues that are getting back. Actually, it's starting tonight. We're having a game between BVB Borussia Dortmund taking on the team that's Vida Bremen. Actually, this is the German Bundesliga game tonight, plus the other leagues that are coming tonight, like in French League 1, also a stubborn side in the names of Lens. They will be taking on a newly promoted side called the Harvey, but will be giving a lot in the upcoming games in Europe. But as usual, we are kickstarting our discussion with what is happening within the region, particularly what is happening within the city of Arua.
Yeah, of course, I've just been interacting with one of the big names in there, or one of the officials officiating the games in the tertiary games. She's just told me that it is going to be a very nice one. Today, the teams have gone in there. Probably semi-finals and finals will be tomorrow. We shall be expecting a very big game that will be coming right there. So it's going to be a very big one. But what do you have for us? How have been the results? How have been the games going on?
Yeah, it's very interesting. This time it is massive. The preparation is very, very massive. We are witnessing the ladies football, you talk about the boys football, not forgetting about the netball. As we talk right now, 3 sporting activities that they are taking place have just been mentioned in them. The ladies actually, they are doing very well in ladies football, and the defending champions as far as boys football of course is concerned is St. John's College. Meanwhile, if we talk about the netball, the defending champions of course is Innovative, and also netball football, and the defending champions is NIMSA. And as we talk right now, they are doing very well. And taking a look at how the games are going, remember it's a 4 days tournament which started on Wednesday, and it will come to climax tomorrow. Like you have said, the semi-finals and the finals will be taking place tomorrow, still at the same venue, that's Salim Saleh Playground. But the time for the kickoff of the finals of course has not been settled, but briefly we need to give you how the games are going as far as football for boys and the girls is concerned. And yesterday we had so many games that took place, and before I give you the scorelines, actually one team of course has already sealed the qualification to the semi-finals. Remember, the teams we are grouped into 2, that's Group A and Group B, whereby they pick 2 teams from each group to go to the semi-finals. That's a model of course is already through to the semi-finals, waiting for the other opponents they are going to face. Looking at how the games are going in boys football, yesterday there was a game between Nile Farm and the team that's Octon. Nile Farm of course ran a riot over Octon, demolishing them by 4 goals to nil. Then after that there was a game between NIMSA and Etsora. That game ended in a slim win in favor of the team that's NIMSA. And after that, Modul of course emerges the winner over Pride Scholars. And the last game we played yesterday was actually between Innovative and Ezobele Memorial. And in that game we saw Innovative just edging Ezobele by 1-0. And also in ladies football, 2 games were played. Innovative, of course, edged St. John's College by 1-0. And then there was a game between Pride Scholar and NIMSA, which ended in a barren draw. Those are the results of the ladies football. And in total, 9 teams, of course, they have registered for boys football, and 6 have registered for that ladies football. We are watching the space, and more of the information, of course, will come on your way in our Nilecast Sports News.
Okay, now, of course, more will be coming in the Nilecast, and of course, a lot that is happening right as I talk right now. There are a lot of stories that you will want to hear about this, but all in all, there's that way that someone will be looking forward to see that what exactly can we put in for you right there. Before we get to what, of course, is happening, the Westnile Region Federation or the Regional Association will be sitting to see that they have what is called planning meeting with the stakeholders of the Uganda, of the netball, not netball, but of course the Westnile Regional League fraternity. Stakeholders include, of course, different names in the stakeholding. You have the players, you have the representatives from the club, different clubs. You have the sponsors that will be right there.
Yes.
You have the organizers that will also be coming in there. The partners in all aspects. That's where Westnile Television features in, because we are the official partner of that is the Westnile Regional League. Now it is going to be a very big one. Of course, later for that is Westnile Region has already popped on, and we shall be getting in right there. Preparation is one thing. That means soon the Westnile Region is going to be kick-starting. Would this be a very good one? It's a pre-kick of course, meeting that is going to take place.
Yeah, that is the point. That is the journey. The journey has already started. You know, everything needs preparation, and football is one of it. That's why some days ago I was saying that some years back, some 2 to 3 seasons, the preparation has not been like how it is going right now in Ugandan football, starting from the top tier up to the 5th Division League. Why am I saying so? This time, right from the FUFA Big League, start times Uganda Premier League, now coming to the Regional League. After that, the focus, of course, will turn to the 4th Division League. The preparation, of course, has been massive, and that's why we are seeing teams, they are actually preparing, they are ready. And actually, this season, the 2 leagues that have already started, the UPL, you talk about the FUFA Big League, they have actually started exactly their scheduled days, their scheduled month, their scheduled dates. That one shows that Ugandan football is trying to take some steps forward, because like if we schedule maybe, for example, if we said that the regional league is starting maybe next month, at the end, because of lack of preparation, it is pushed to another month. That one shows that we are still full of amateurs. That means our league, not only one league, all the leagues we have in the country, we still have more of amateurs into it. But if we can be able to organize it on that particular day, on that particular month, once it is scheduled like this, it kickstarts. It's a good thing, but it starts with the meetings, preparations. That is where the journey started. We wish that, of course, it will go very well, and the games, of course, will kickstart on that particular day, on that particular month date, when, of course, it has been scheduled on the fixtures.
Yeah, it's one thing that we shall be, and of course I'll be giving back the exclusivity of these games probably to you live, and we shall also be wanting to know what exactly the arrangements of this will be for that is Westnile Television, because it's one big thing that is going on right there. Now we shall be taking a move to also go and submit what exactly we need to of course to have in the standards that will be coming right through in there. So it's one big thing that we shall be planning to see that this gets in there. Match day 4 of the Uganda Premier League, or the start time Uganda Premier League, also is ongoing, and today we did see a game that was supposed to be played yesterday. Musoga played against Mbarara, I think, yesterday, and the game that was 0-0 yesterday. Arua Hill played in 10 minutes yesterday, but of course due to that is the rain, downfall, downpour, that of course made the game to be stopped in the middle, and 10 minutes only played. Now it was postponed to be played today morning, a game that of course ended early this morning at exactly of course at 10 a.m. the games were on, and Arua Hill was walloped or beaten by that is Team Gaddafi by 1-0. The Soga side has not been easy for that is the team in there So Arua Hill suffers again 1-0 in favor of that is the away team. The away team became victors ahead of this. Arua Hill still, of course, trying so much to get their first win ahead of the game. What do you say about this performance? 4 out of 4, no point.
That's why yesterday, when we actually given our analysis, we said actually these two teams before they played the game, they were all yearning for a win because the other team knows that the other one has not picked a win ever since the start of the new season in Star Times Uganda Premier League. So it was a tense game between the two sides. But Arua Hill Sports Club being the home side, I know 70% they had a clear chance to win it against Gaddafi. Gaddafi, we have always been saying they are one of the unpredictable sides. They are looking forward to see that they accumulate enough points at the initial stages of the new season, coming against the Arua Hill Sports Club and also going away to Paridi Stadium, the home ground of late for the team of Arua Hill Sports Club, and emerging as the winner is something which is good for the team of Gaddafi. Meanwhile, the pressure keeps on piling on the team of Arua Hill Sports Club. Remember, this is a smaller team, a teenage team in Star Times Uganda Premier League. Sorry to say that one. I am talking about Arua Hill Sports Club because this is their third season to be into the league. Where am I saying that they are actually a teenage team into the Star Times Uganda Premier League? They have only spent that 3 years. Maybe if we narrow it to the region of West Nile, they might be the best, but in the whole of the country, to me, they are not the best. Though in the last 2 seasons, they have actually been doing well, and their negative start to the new season, to me, I attribute it to the number of key players they actually lost in the summer transfer window. Let me give you an example with some of the key teams we have in Star Times Uganda Premier League. I give you an example with teams like Sports Club Vipers. You talk about KCCS. These teams, they are very wise. They are very, very technical, tactical when it comes to losing their key players. Vipers will never lose a key player minus. In fact, before getting a good replacement for such kind of a player. Yeah, it's true that some of the big teams we have in Uganda football, they have ever been casting on their players, getting that money. But you look at the players that left the Arua Hill Sports Club in the summer transfer window. The list is so long. Not only players, but a couple of good players. These are players that have been standing for the team of Arua Hill Sports Club. Yes, we understand that they got some few players as their replacements. But who are those players? Are they known all over the world? Are they known all over the country in terms of football? Are also some of the things we are looking at. How many players did they sign? Even less than the half of the players they lost, and those players they have signed, they are not even known all over the country. And currently, you talk about the squad of the club. Is there any other player they will have to rely on who can be able to save the team in case they may want to go to the relegation zone? In summary, I want to say that was how it started for the team of Onduparaka Football Club. They found it very difficult to win games at the initial stages. And towards the end, they tried to put some efforts, but the effort they put was not enough to save them from the relegation zone. The good thing is only fewer number of games being played. In the upcoming games, if they can be able to maybe pick a win plus a draw, of course it will move them out of that position. But it will also depend on how the other teams that are already ahead of them, like Imbaras, Busogas, what, it will depend on how they are going to perform. But if that's how they are going to continue performing, and the teams they are playing right now are the teams of their way teams or average teams, by the time they will learn on teams like KCA, Sports Club, Villas, Maroons, it will be terrible. What I want to say is they should up their games in the upcoming fixtures.
What do you think about the team? Do you say the loss is attributed to because they have lost a lot of players? We have seen Babazi lose a lot of players, and he still structures a team and it works out. Couldn't that be beyond maybe that?
I want to stand to that point. Much as some of the other factors may come, but to a greater extent, I will still stand to my point. It's because of the number of players they lost and also the quality of the players they lost. You look at the players right from the goalkeeping department up to the attacking force. At least in each department, Arua Hill, of course, they have lost, if not two, if not twice, maybe thrice, key players they have lost. Goalkeeper Rogers Omedwa, you talk about the partnership between Bright Voni and the Permel Saka Toha Rashid, they all left. That means the gap in the heart of the defense is still open. You come to midfield, so many of them, you come to the attacking force, are almost the three amigos who used to start the game for the team of Arua Hill Sports Club. They all left. Much as I said, they went for some players, and the players they lost, it's to a greater extent that it's making them not to perform very well. And also at the same time, I remember when the season just kick-started, I said also moving the game away from that Arua City, the city area. I know that the lion's share of the fans of Arua Hill Sports Club, they are based within Arua City. Moving the game away to that Paridi, unusual ground for them. Though so many Malis that they are there watching the game, but the fans that are within the city area that used to cheer the team, if they go there, maybe only 20% of them can travel because of the cost of traveling, accommodation, what. The reasons as to why Arua Hill is not performing very well, there are very many, but to me the biggest one is all about the players. Actually, they lost so many. There were actually so many.
Let's look at the next fixtures for Arua Hill Sports Club. Their next game will be away this coming Thursday. They will have to travel to, that is Mbarara City, to play Mbarara City. Are you seeing possibility after Mbarara they have a game at Paridi Stadium to play KCCA Football Club? Then after playing KCCA, they will be having Sports Club Villa to play before playing UPDF again at home. So going away, coming home, going away, coming home.
You know, in football, history speaks, pedigree speaks, and at the same time, form speaks. Right now, if you take a look at the form between Arua Hill Sports Club and Mbarara City, we can say that Mbarara City is a better side compared to Arua Hill Sports Club in terms of form. That means if we compare the form, still it's going into the hands of the team Mbarara City. And also history, Mbarara City, you compare their performances, you look at the history, you flash back when it comes to playing against teams that are coming from West Nile. Still, everything is favoring the team that's Mbarara City, and that tradition, that mentality, Kacheka always been a very difficult hunting ground for most of the teams, not only West Nile based sides. Also, we have seen recently Vipers going there, failing to even get the 3 points. So it's going to be something very hard for the team of Arua Hill Sports Club. Going away to Mbarara City, maybe the best for them against Mbarara City might be a draw. But picking the 3 points, it's favoring the team of Mbarara City. I don't think they will go there and come back with the maximum number of points.
Of course, one of the things that I expected Arua Hill to pick was the win against the team of Gaddafi, a game that they have always been, though they have never beaten also Gaddafi in their head-to-head, according to the statistics right there. So Gaddafi came blazing, knowing that this is the time to do everything. Could the change of the timing have affected also the team?
I don't believe in that one because it has affected the both sides. That's Gaddafi and the Arua Hill Sports Club. Just to me, they have failed. They failed in that. And also, you know, some teams, they are used to their ground, their pitch. I don't know if it's because they are playing at the Paridi Stadium, a ground that they are not used to. You know, when a team cannot be able to pick results like this, so many things comes into people's mind. That might be the way people are thinking, but changing the time of the game, being moved from that particular day to shifted to another day, to me, it has affected the both sides, but the team, the best team, of course, has won it. An average team up against an average team at the moment, you are the home side. So I expected them to pick it against Gaddafi. So the misery keeps on piling. They need to wake up. That's what I can say.
We're waiting to see what exactly will be coming out from a statement, because the last time I saw Arua Hill's update on their Facebook page was halftime, so the full time was not updated, and we wait maybe for an official communication from them. And our reporter at that is Paridi tried having interviews with them. Of course, no one, of course, could give him an information or any information. They went on silent and not giving any information about what exactly the club's future ahead of the games was. So that is one thing that, of course, has happened, because the team is not able, according to the reporter, they are saying that, of course, he couldn't get any information from them, but of course got from the side of Gaddafi. So by 7 p.m. today, you could be having, of course, a full detailed story coming in from, that is Germany, about the whole section of the games of Arua Hill Sports Club, what exactly happened right there, how is the turn-up, how was the fan base. Of course, this makes me go through. Germany have been there, and what I know is that they love winning, a winner. And if you're not going to be winning, now it's 4 games, very soon you will see the numbers reducing from the stadia or from the pitch. So it's going to be a lot of things that is there. Arua Hill needs to do something very fast to see that they get their first win, maybe probably even at home, and make sure things work out.
Yeah. I want to pick from there. You look at the points gap between the team Arua Hill Sports Club and the teams that are probably sitting ahead of them. Mbara City, they only having 4 points. 4 games played, not winning any, drawing 3 and picking 1 defeat. Busoga is also somewhere there. You talk about teams like Gaddafi, only 3 points. That's why I was like, if they can be able to pick maybe 1 win, a draw, it will move them out of the relegation zone. And it will at the same time how the other teams that are sitting ahead of them, they are also performing. It's not yet too late, but we are judging them. Well, people have started judging them. I know so many, they have started saying that they may get relegated. If they don't start to put a lot of efforts in the upcoming games. But the results, the wins, of course, may not come easily because teams have already started fixing their eyes on them that they are one of the worst teams, I should say, at the moment. Each and every time they meet them, they always want to possess everything to see that they pick the maximum number of points against them. At least in the upcoming games, if they can be able to maybe pick 1 win, that's what is going to also awaken the rest of the teams. They will know that, hey, the team did not start very well, now they have started picking. It will give that fear factor into the heart of their opponents. But if they will continue like that, I don't think it's going to be something very easy for them to wake up from that.
Now, a very big clash will be coming today between KCCA and Chitara Football Club, and a report survey that some big names in KCCA will be missing today, and which of course looks to be one of the biggest thing for that is coach Sergio Tragaldi, who of course needs to do a lot. Names like Ashraf Mugume, Mustafa Mujuzi, and Herbert Achai are other high-profile absentees that will be missing right there. What are we expecting from this game? It's a very tight game that you're going to be seeing, but of course the goalkeeper like Anthony Mongi and Juma Mutebi will be of course fighting for that is now a match to kickstart. But all in all, a very dangerous one for KCC. Big names.
Truly, I love the way how you have described it, how you have termed the match between KCC and Chitara. Chitara, the happiness is all over. Even we saw how their president was speaking, is ambitious of competing with the Giants. And the misery team, the sadness is all over. We are talking about the team of KCCA. It's a must win for the team of KCCA. But are they going to do that one? You have already mentioned some of the key figures that are going to miss the game for the team of KCCA. And also Chitara, an ambitious side, the way the president has said, and a team that is still unbeaten, a newly promoted side. They are flying each and every time they are playing a game. They are scoring goals for fun, and they beat the team Sports Club Villa by 2-1 at the starting point. They know that you compare Sports Club Villa with the team of KCA right now, they are better side than KCA. Maybe that's one thing that may help them ahead of the encounter with the Kasasiro boys, knowing that if they were able to do it against the Jogos, why not against the Kasasiro boys, knowing that the form is also not on their side, is favoring them. So it's going to be a hard game, like you said. Actually, a team that's on form, maintaining the law, coming against a giant team that's not doing well, looking for possible means to see that they pick everything against the team of Chitara. But I want to be surprised if the unbeaten record of Chitara this time will be coming to an end. Maybe the best for them against KCA this time might be a draw. We saw how Neck was flying when they met the team of Sports Club Villa. I predicted it worked. They scored so many goals against the Neck, and it has silenced them right now. Chitara, it might be their day to see that they go down, but KCA, they will have to be very, very careful if they want to bring them down.
KCA without any point in the last 3 games that they have played right there in this match. They will be looking forward to see that they get at least a maximum point ahead of that is against the table toppers Chitara Football Club, who of course are looking forward to see that these games are also a serious one that they need to take, and the team is rejuvenated and of course ready to see that they get in there. But of course, a couple of names that you could be seeing, just like I said, who will be starting. One of them is the Westnile forward, who is Mohamed Shaban, who did not even go with the Westnile province team because he did a lot to see that he engaged himself in the training. He will be the man to lead the lines to me. And of course, names like Emmanuel Loki, the Sudanese international, is hopefully that he will be making his debut today in the game that will be taking place right today, because that's a very big game you could be seeing from him to make a debut. So we shall be seeing because he's one now. Abubakar Mayanja, the youngster who also completed his move option for that is the Portuguese tactician. We'll be looking forward to see that he also needs to make an impression right there. Their number one choice goalkeeper is also missing. I'm talking about Derek Ochan. That's a very bad one. But of course, some of the key players will be looking forward to see that they get in there. Names like, of course, James Mubezi, Mustafa Kiza, Peter Magambo, of course, Gonzaga, Filippo Benchan, Roger Satube, and of course the names like Bruno Adelson, who of course is right there, have been selected to see that they will be representing the KCCA team right there under the coach. Anytime you could be seeing an axe.
In the absence of Moses Waswa, and we are going to see that Mustafa Tiza leading the lines for the team of KCA, more especially in the heart of the defense. And also I want to speak something little about the guy, that's Muhammad Saban Zagason. He has been trying ever since the start of the new season, even in continental football. He has been trying for the team of KCA, but the team cannot be able to pick it. Matches he has been scoring the goals. Most of the goals he has been scoring have always been turned to be consolation goals. So this is the time for the team to make a combination to see that they actually avoid conceding goals, because the problem at some point has also been from the defense line. Mustafa, of course, this time in the absence of Moses Waswa, has to be very, very technical in the heart of the defense. And also Muhammad Saban, the guy you have just mentioned, Loki, he has to make that good combination, attacking coordination with the man Saban. And it will also be so unfortunate if he scores the goal and it turns to be a consolation goal. It's like individual effort is there, individual brilliance is there, but it cannot be able to generate anything for your team. That's what I can say about Muhammad Sabane Jagason. But KCA, I am hopeful they will do something against Chitara.
Match day 4 still continues with this very big encounter, but of course we want to say about the Chitara team, they're also so good that in a way that they are doing a very big work. They added in some experience in their team, where of course you did see Brian Ahebwe and Paul Muchirezi, some of the key names you could be talking about right there, they added in their squad. They will be looking forward to see that this gets in their way. So it's very tense and competitive that we shall be seeing right there. But of course, games today, Chitara will be taking on KCCA, a game that will be live. We shall be waiting to see how exactly that is. NEC welcomes UPDF at home, and that is going to be at still the same home ground. Yes, it is supposed to be right there, 4 p.m. Now I don't know today where they will be, because KCC is going west. Yes, they will be at where that is at Omondi Stadium. Dudu and the team and Balangos need to do to make sure that the UPDFs, maybe their guns should not be blazing ahead in there. Bull will be welcoming the Flying Maroons Football Club. Of course, names to watch. The Amakus are the names we are expecting maybe to shine again in that is the Maroons contest after walloping, of course, giving her time to the KCCS and of course Vipers right there. Now Vipers will be taking on Sports Club Villa, a game that will be at night at 7 p.m. under floodlights. That's also another tense game to watch right there for you in the games that will be coming out right today. But of course, maybe your game of the day before we cross over for a break.
I think most of these games are full of giant class. Maybe we'll look at that one between NEC and the UPDF. The rest we will come and look at them in the second stanza of the. So NEC actually up against the UPDF. UPDF currently they are scratching their heads to see if they can be able to pick something against a stubborn side in the names of NEC. Meanwhile, NEC, they're also looking forward to recollect themselves from that humiliation before actually went for the international break. I remember that humiliation they had into the hands of Sports Club Villa. We talked about it. They will want to bounce back and pick something against UPDF. They are at home. They are within the city area and they welcoming the side UPDF. UPDF, they are fearing. Filippo Mondi, they know that this is a side that's doing well. But UPDF coming against NEC, I don't think this time with everything they are possessing right now, they will want to lose games back to back. This time they are picking something against the team of UPDF.
Okay, it's going to be a tight game. We shall be seeing what exactly will be right there, and we will be taking a break. When we come back, we shall be coming back with a lot of interesting stories that are right there, because I've just seen that Uganda Cranes trying to organize friendly with Brazil and of course Argentina. I don't know how many we shall swallow, but it's okay. We shall wait for that.